What's up, ladies and gents? I'm the developer behind these amazing templates. I'm going to show you how you can quickly edit them with ease. Let's dive right in.
The very first thing we're going to do is open up Google Chrome. Google Chrome is the best browser tab to edit any kind of website and template. That's why we're going to use it. So head over to browser, type in install Google Chrome, and then you're going to follow the instructions. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this and we're going to start editing. So you will have received an email from me with your update link, but you can also just type your URL/update. And in that email, I also send you your unique password. The first page that you get presented with is your home page. And on the left-hand side is your dashboard. And I'm just going to show you what usage means. This is kind of important. Basically, it's how much space your website is currently taking up. And we want to make sure that it remains as little as possible so that your website is speedy. Here we have your pages. These are all the pages that you have on your site with your content blocks. Here you can see you've got floating socials. Those are these little guys on the right hand side. Your hero is the main image here. This content block is called your text area. We've got a fig hover block named after Chas's little turtle fig. Then we've got another hover block called Zuko. That's this guy over here, obviously named after Chas's dog. And then scrolling down, we have the carousel content block. You can use it however you wish. And then we've got a gallery section here for images, and then a form. You can also add content blocks, remove content blocks. You have quite a few to choose from. You can put them in a whole bunch of different orders. Now I'm going to show you how to edit each one. Let's start with the hero block. So here you've got hero color. Obviously, as simple as it is, it's the color of your hero. And you've got already installed fonts to choose from. I'm going to just go ahead and choose this one. And then to change the information, you're just going to backspace and then type whatever you want. I'm going to put my new brand name called Cocoa, Almond and Cocoa. Before I show you how to change the picture, I just want to show you this website called Bulk Resize. This is going to help us to reduce the size of our images to keep that bandwidth down like I was showing you. It's important to keep your banner images no bigger than 800. That is far too big. So you literally drag and drop, and then here you can go ahead and download. I've actually got files open here, but you can't see them because screen recording is not allowing you to see what other files are open other than Google, but you can see that the one before was 1.4 megabytes and we've been able to reduce that to less than 800 kilobytes, which makes a huge difference. So to change the image, you can either upload a new file or you can explore current files. I'm actually uploading a new file, but you can't see because of screen recording protection. And then you hit the save button and you can see it says it's being built, which is great. Now to view the changes that we have made, we're going to click on this little arrow at the top here and click on live preview. And then voila! Ooh! Almond and Cocoa. I love that. Cool. Now let's head over to the text area content block and let's go ahead and show you how to do that. So you can see where it says refresh. I'm not going to refresh it just yet, but when I click refresh, it changes. Anyways, I'm going to go through all of this with you now. Let's just go ahead and change the fonts. We want to keep consistent, so all my paragraphs are going to be Roboto and all my subheadings and headings are going to be this little guy over here. And here is the main text area. It's called text area HTML, and you can add links, you can take links away, you can make new headings and new subheadings in the paragraph. And then where it says subheading, it's just that cursive text at the moment. You can obviously change the font, that's on the far right. I'm just quickly changing the colors. I'm going to go with something like this. I want my subheadings to have this beigey color. And then the top line, you can either make it the color of the background so that you don't see it. So my background is currently white. So making the lines white makes them like unable to see. Or you can just type transparent and you get the same effect. I think typing transparent is probably a better solution. And then obviously you can make one line one color and the other line a different color. It's totally up to you. So link color, you can see South Africa is a link. But yeah, you can change that. I'm just going to be consistent and copy and paste this color. Although I have removed that link previously, so you won't really be able to see. And then the link hover color is when you hover on the link, what color do you want it to be? So here I'm just going to find similar color but maybe a little bit different. I don't know, like an orangey brown maybe. Okay, there you go. But yeah, like I said, you won't be able to see the link right now because I previously removed it when we were editing the text area section. Cool, saved. Let's hit refresh and voila! Look at that. Pretty cool, hey? Now let's move on to Little Fig. So we're just going to hit the back button here at the top and then go to Fig, and let's just start with the colors. So this top color, overlay color, is actually a bit of a transparency color. If you don't select a transparent color, you won't have an image. So that's also optional. If you want an image, you can have one. You don't need to put a transparent overlay color. You can put a solid color. You can just tap transparent like we did previously. But if you're wanting that transparent overlay color, this is how you do it. You're first going to select the color that you want. Let's choose like a brownie beigey color again. I'm all about that. And then you're going to copy it. And then you're going to paste it into your browser and say to RGBA. So the numbers that are inside the bracket are your RGB. You want to copy this and paste it before the 0.5. So 0.5 is the measurement of how transparent you want it. Your measurement is between 0.1 to 0.9. 1 being the most transparent and 9 being the least transparent. Now let's move on to the other colors. So your background color is the background color that is around the circle. The border is the circle's border color. And I'm just going to select this one because I don't want a border. So you can also do transparent, but I'm just going to do it like this today. So your heading color is obviously the heading that is inside your overlay color. Now the next section is really just for your mobile version. You've got a subheading color, and I'm going to go with something like this because I have a white background, so I need a dark text so that it can stand out. I'm going to keep them all consistent. Hover text color. This is the text. When you actually hover over the block, what color do you want the text to be? And then text on mobile color. Also, this is really just specifically for the mobile version. And then we've got that call to action button. So yeah, you've got the option to change the text color and then the background color, the button background color. Hit save, go back. And the border, this is a cool option that I've given you guys. So if you don't want it round, you can have it any shape you want. And then you can obviously change it on tablet and mobile as well. There's a reason for that, which I'll show you later on. But if you want them all to be the same on all device types, you can do that. So these are, I want like kind of off-shaped circle. I think that will be cool. So on tablet, I'm going to do it like this. And then, yeah, I'm just hoping to go with like not a proper circle. I want it to look kind of blobby-like. Hopefully this will create that effect. We're going to have to see. Cool. Now let's go into the fonts. Remember, we've got to be consistent here. And then got my subheading and Roboto save. Now we're going to change the images. So let's start with the left image. You're going to click on left over here and explore current folders, current files, sorry, and just choose whichever one you have. I've already uploaded a whole bunch of images to choose from, and then obviously you can change it from saying services to anything else. Click on write, choose how you want to upload or where your image is, and this one. Cool. And then the button, what do you want the button to say? Do you want it to say inquire, learn more, whatever you want, view portfolio? Cool. Hit save. So the button link is where do you want the button to lead to? I'm going to show you all about that later on where it says here content block link. It's the same idea. So we'll do that at a later stage. Cool. Let's refresh, have it. Ooh, there you go. You kind of got that like off bubble feel, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. I really do like that. And the mobile version, let's have a look, scroll, read more. Awesome. Cool. And yep, with the white background for the button, and it says learn more. Now we're going to head over to the Zuko content block. You can see I haven't refreshed it yet. I'll do that soon. So let's edit it. Click here. Border radius. Also, you can, if you don't want a square, you want a circle, you can change it. Let's start with the colors. Same thing. Hover overlay. That's the overlay for the image. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to keep it the same. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here. Remember to remove the bracket, the one bracket, so that you don't have like a bracket in a bracket, if you know what I mean. Cool. I quite like the background being white, but maybe we'll change it. Nah, let's just keep it like that. And then the hover overlay color, so that effect, what color do you want when you hover over it? We're going to be consistent because brand consistency is key, guys. Remember that. You don't want all these funky colors all over your website. The border color, should we keep a white border? Yeah, cool. Okay, and then the heading color. And all these colors, we are just going to change it. It's pretty simple. It's the same as the Fig content block. Actually, changing all the colors on the website are the same. So from now on, I'm probably just going to speed up the color section. Changing the images are the same. That's why I sped it up there. Changing the border radius, I'm speeding it up as well. You know how to do that. Okay, now let's move on to the carousel. Woo! We're going to refresh real quick so that you can see, finally. It looks so cool already. Okay, colors, exactly the same as we've done before. So I'm just going to go ahead, speed this up, paste, paste, paste. Fonts, same as before. Okay, be consistent. Remember that. Rule number 1 here is consistency. So this content block link, I am going to go over it in a second. You can see here background image. So if you don't want a solid color, you can put a background image, which is pretty cool. What others are saying, you can change it from reviews to whatever you want. And here is where you will change the review however you want it. It doesn't need to be a review. It can actually be anything you want. I'm going to show you something cool here with the symbols. So if you don't want stars, you can go to the browser and type text symbols. And you can choose any one of these symbols that you want. I kind of like this flower. I think it's pretty cute. So I'm probably going to go with that. But yeah, here you can see a whole bunch of awesome text symbols that you can choose from. You can paste these on anywhere on your site, not just necessarily on the carousel. You can put it anywhere where you can add text. So paste, 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 paste. And then the ending, I mean, it can be a quote from your client. It can, whatever. But I'm just going to use this here. And you also don't need to have 3 reviews. You can have 2, you can have 4, you can have 10. But the minimum amount you can have is 2. Because it's a carousel. It's not going to work with 1. So don't even try putting 1. If you want 1, just use the text area. Cool. Let's hit save. And now we're going to go check. Oh, it looks so cool. Okay. The border, you can also change the border. I want to show you quickly the difference between pixel and percentage. So let's go and choose 100% for the top borders, and then for the bottom we're going to see pixels, so that you can choose, it's kind of a different shape. So going with 0% or 0 pix will be a square, and then 100 would be very round. Okay, and then you can also change it again on mobile and tablet. You'll see why it's pretty important. So the top is 100%. You can see it's like very rounded, and the bottom is like just the corners are rounded. It's not as dramatic as using a percentage. So I'm quickly going to change it to make it something that I actually like, because I don't like that one. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And let's have a look at what the other carousel looks like. Cool. So I also want to show you what it looks like on tablet. Okay, the whole thing fits in, but how about mobile? You see. Now that's why I have given you the option to edit it on mobile and tablet, because sometimes that shape or that percentage, that pixel doesn't work on mobile because maybe it's too round. So let me change. Okay, so this is what works. So yeah, you need to change it up a bit. Make sure that you can see it on mobile. You can inspect your site, or you can save it and then just have a look on your actual phone to see if it's all inside and nicely done. Colors, we've done colors a number of times, so we don't need to go over that. So content block link, we've got a whole tutorial section dedicated for that. We'll go over it in a second. Your heading, what do we want our gallery to say? I'm just, instead of gallery, which is quite vanilla, let's just go with captions. Obviously, you can see we're editing the gallery section now. We've moved on from carousel. Okay, cool. So your left images are the ones on the far left. And then you've got top image and then bottom image inside the left folder. Here we've got middle, which is obviously the images in the middle. Again, super easy. Just go ahead and change it. We've gone through images and changing images before. And then your right section are the images on the right. Cool. Look how stunning that looks. Oh, it's so aesthetic. The reason why we've got that aesthetic feel is because we've been consistent with our colors. And we're not jumping from different palettes. That's why it's important to have a designer doing this for you as well, or have some idea of what you want. Now let's head over to the form. Colors. So background color is the background color. Text area background color is the color of the background behind the text in the form. So I'm quickly going to go paste all these different colors. You know how to change colors by now. And then obviously I've changed the border radius, which you have seen multiple times. Okay, now we're going to go and change the info. So we've got top. Top is the info at the top of the form. I'm just going to quickly show you how you can change it. The basics instead of basic info, whatever you want it to say. You can even delete that and have nothing there at all. So instead of saying your brand, I'm going to say specifics. Like I said, you don't even need to say anything here at all if you don't want to. Tell us a little bit about your business, whatever you want to say. I mean, you can say leave a message. Now the option box is the options that people get when they want to contact you. So normally you want to put your services here or some other reasons why people want to contact you. You've got 4 options to choose from, which is plenty. So I don't need to go right now and change every single one, but I'm just showing you how to do it. Save, and it is currently building. Great. And then hit refresh, and there you go. It's all changed, which is great. So we've shown you how to edit all of the content blocks. Now I'm going to show you how to remove content blocks. Maybe we don't want the form on the home page and we want it to be on a separate page, on a contact page. So then we can go ahead and delete. And maybe we don't want all these content blocks on the home page, which is fine. You can delete whichever ones you want. You can add them back later on if you wanted. Let's go ahead and remove the Zuko block. Okay, and we're going to press save. Then head over to the live version, refresh, and let's take a scroll. There we go. Our Zuko block is gone, and we don't have a contact form on the home page anymore. So let's go back over to editing, and let's just hit refresh so we can have a fresh page. I'm going to show you how to edit the floating socials. It's the little guys on the right hand side. You don't need to have them on this page if you don't want. The floating socials are also here on your navigation, and changing the colors here changes the colors there. So here's the description. If you want to change the colors, go to data, general social links. This will update all the links across your social media page, including the ones at the bottom. So like you can imagine how much easier that is than changing them in every spot on your website. You don't need to do that. Cool. So let's head over to data. Before we go into data too much, I want to show you the success and error page. So here is your success page. This is connected to your form. When someone fills out your form and it's successfully sent, it says success. So that's this page over there. Now your error page is when someone types in the wrong URL that is related to your URL. It goes like, yeah, oops, this page doesn't exist. Okay, now let's head back into the data and let's edit the footer. So your footer color, what color? The background, the border, you've got like a thin border at the top there, you'll see in a second. And then the icon colors. Your footer has social media icons, so we want to change that. And this is how you do it. And what color do you want your icons to be when you hover over it? And obviously your font for your footer. I'm going to keep it simple. Save. Cool. Now I'm going to show you how to edit general information. So you want to say open data and general. Now let's change the logo. Now remember, you want to keep your files quite small. There's my little logo. I had already created it. And now logo alt, this is pretty important for SEO. You want to put your business name here and logo. Your brand, this goes at the bottom of your website there on the footer. My brand name is Almond and Cocoa, and your email address. It's actually kind of important to have a professional email so you don't look spammy and people can take you more seriously and professionally. A professional email has at your business name. You don't want to have at Gmail or at Yahoo, at Hotmail. Like when you get those emails, you kind of like, nah, I'm not going to read that one. So if you want a professional email, just contact us and we can hook you up. It's like super cheap. I think it's like $1 or $2 a month, which is really worth it. Now we're going to edit your browser tag image. That's the little browser icon that you get at the top. It's that tiny one, like this one here has the Google one. So you're going to say PNG to IOC converter. You can click on any one. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the top one. Let's see if this guy works even. And then you drag and drop your PNG or your JPEG or whatever it is that, whatever type of file your logo is. This one doesn't seem to be working. Hello. Okay, that doesn't work. So I'm going to go back and try another one. This one looks more profesh. Okay, and here you can obviously change it from PNG to JPEG. Drag and drop. Please wait. Click download. And your ICO file will download. So your browser, the icon tag loads much better when it's an ICO file. Okay, and now we're going to upload it over here. And you'll notice it says error loading image. That's completely normal on the ICO file because this struggles to load the ICO file because it's trying to load something else. It's trying to load an actual image when this is an ICO file. So that's fine. Do not stress about it because ICO file is really for the browser. So it's the image at the top. And let's hit refresh and see. Yeah, look at it at the top there. It works. So it changed from the other logo to the one there at the top. Okay. And our lovely footers changed as well after refreshing. A little ICO file. Pretty stoked. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to change your social media icon links. It needs to lead to your social medias, not mine or Chass's. So go to your social media, Instagram, and click on your profile image. And then just copy that URL and paste it. Okay. And then you're going to follow that same method for Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, but I don't have a TikTok, I don't have a Facebook, I don't have a... Listen, this is so important. Just create the accounts because for SEO, this is golden. I'm just going to show you mine here. I've got my email, my website at the top, and every single other link underneath that are my social media platforms. I even got like Twitter here. And I don't even use Twitter. And then I've got like Candy Crush on the first page, which, I mean, what the hell. But it's so important to have social media platforms because it's golden for SEO. So if you don't have these social media platforms, you need to go right now, create them. If you've got no content on it, it is absolutely fine. Just say like, follow me on Instagram or follow me on Facebook. Add the URL to the bio. You just need to make sure for the sake of SEO that you're on multiple social media platforms. Okay, now let's head back and let's go and edit the navigation. Cool, we've got the colors here that we can edit and all the links. The logo has changed, which is great. Changing it in one place changes it in all places. Now your hamburger. What is your hamburger? The lines over here, your navigation hamburger, because it looks like a hamburger. I'm going to be consistent with my colors. The background color. This is the background color. It is around the arch. Now again, you don't need an arch because we can change the border radius. I'm going to have my color transparent. It actually doesn't look the best, but just so that you can see your options if you wanted it like that. The border color, what color are we going to do? Consistency. Okay. And remember, you can also make your border transparent if you wanted. And then your link colors. These are the links. They are black, and on hover they go white. I'm going to change them to being like a brownie color, doing it real quick. And then on hover, it's going to go black. And then the exit color is that creamy beige. Hit save. And refresh. And there you go. That's what it looks like with transparent. And my exit is the right color. And on mobile, this is what it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to definitely change it to not being a transparent background because I don't like it. I'm going to make it all one color. Actually, my exit color is the same as the background now, so you won't be able to see the exit, but yeah, obviously you just do it how you wish. You can change the border radius if you wanted a square. If you don't want a border radius, then don't do it. Fonts, I want my links to be the same as my header colors. Okay, cool. Hit save and let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. Next thing we need to change are the social media link colors. So we're going to quickly do that. It's just under social links. Quickly speed it up so that you don't need to see me changing colors because you know how to do that. Okay, I've just quickly pasted them in there and hit refresh. And now the social media link colors are going to be consistent with the social media, with the floating social media colors, because we need some consistency throughout this website. So whatever colors there are over there will be the same over here. Quite a nice little touch. Okay, now the success and error page. The background color for your success pages, consistency again. I think you're going to be sick of that word. And fonts as well. Hit save. So this will be the same on the success page and the error page. Now let's go take a look at the success page so that you can see /success after your URL. And then you can see that our branding has changed. Cool. Now the next thing I want to show you is your Media Kit page. Yep, you have a personalized little Media Kit page that you can send to brands. We've got 2 content blocks in here, and you can actually use any of the other content blocks if you wish. We've seen creators take our templates and just completely change them into banging media kits. So here you got the top background color. That's this top section. And then you've got a bottom background color, which is the bottom color here. So you can keep it all one color, you can keep one dark, one light. It's all totally up to you. Now you can hit live preview. So there you go. That's what it's going to look like if you want 2 different colors. So you go ahead and be as creative as you like. So I'm just going to go change this to what I want. The one thing I want to show you here is the line color. So this line color is connected to this little line over here. So you can change everything, and then title 1 is the top text, the very top, and then all the way to title 5, which is the bottom, just above the bubbles, the text just above the bubbles. Static data color, that's these guys over here. Static title color is underneath the bubble, and then you've got subheading color, which is this part over here, and text area color, which is obviously the paragraph. Cool. Okay, save. And let's take a look. That's what it looks like. Maybe you want your bubbles to be a bit sharper because this looks a little faded. Be creative. You can put all your social media platforms here. I'm going to put TikTok. You don't have to put your niche if you don't want to, but Chas suggests it and she's like the master. I'm going to go ahead, instead of putting lines, use these little cool text symbols again because they're so cool. I like the flowers. Our niche, let's say, it's sustainability and aesthetics. I don't even think aesthetics is a niche, but you get it. What do you want to say? Nah, I'm going to have 10k followers. So I'm fancy. And instead of followers, I'm going to say fans. And again, you don't have to put your social link, your handle, but totally up to you. Cool, save and building. Okay, I'm going to show you the text area section quick. So, you don't have to save our mission. You can pretty much write your pitch. You can write anything you wish, vision, goal, purpose, whatever. Cool. Now the next thing we need to show you here are the statistics. So you got bubble 1, bubble 2 is this one, bubble 3, and bubble 4 is at the end. Okay, so if you don't want to put, the demographics, you can change up the demographics. Like 60% Femi. You can do the order as you wish. So there you go, quickly just change it. Likes, put country here, how many views I get, because every single one is slightly different between YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly change the background color here. Okay, and refresh it. Cool, look at that. And I've changed the background there. Okay, this is the second content block. This is actually called content block with gallery with links, because the pictures link to whatever you want it to link to. Chas has actually suggested that it links to where you posted that image. So it links to the post on Instagram, if that's where your collaboration was. Now I understand that maybe some of you are just starting up. So you can also change this and maybe make it just the regular gallery if you wanted. But anyways, I'm just going to quickly show you how to change it. It's exactly the same as we've done before. You select your first image, select your second image, and you change the title. If you don't want it to, maybe put your client name or what the brief was about. It's totally up to you. I've just made up some clients. Let me see, refresh. Okay, it hasn't built yet. Hit again. Vegan Gold. How cool is that? I think that's such a good brand. Okay. And so there you go. That's what I want mine to look like. I'm going to show you how to link it to the work that you've done. So if you have actually worked with clients before, you want to go to your social media page. You can either link it to your actual post, or if the client has posted it, you can link it to them. So for example, my client is King Code, my business. I'm going to pretend like I've been collaborating with King Code, and this is the collaboration post. So I'm going to click on it and then click on the URL and then just paste it right in here. And I'm going to hit save, and you'll see once it's refreshed, refresh this. When we click on the picture, it's going to go to that post. So you can obviously use your clients or use your own Instagram link, or wherever that, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Okay, and you can change all the links for the pictures. If you don't want that, you can go ahead and delete this section and perhaps maybe add a regular gallery that doesn't have the links. But now if you want to bring it back, you just hit save and you're going to say discard. Okay, confirm. And now what this does is discards your changes, and you can press exit here, and now you're going to refresh at the top. Not just refresh this one, but refresh there, like next to the URL. And it's going to bring back your content block that you have deleted. And it's going to be the same as it was when you last saved it. Okay, cool. Now, you can add as many different social media platforms as you want up here. So I'm just going to add an Instagram one, and I'm quickly going to do the colors. You don't need to watch me do this because you've seen this before. I'm just going to quickly speed this up because you know how to do this, so we don't need to go over it again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and fonts, you also know how to do this. You guys are professionals. You should be at least by now. Okay, there's all the fonts for the section. And now what you're going to notice is that I haven't filled in the content for the bubbles. I haven't filled in any content. I've just done the styles. So what you'll see here when we refresh is it's all empty because there's nothing in there. There's no information. So don't be alarmed when you see that. Don't think anything's broken. Just remember, you need to go put the content in because it's just loading blank spaces. Choose whichever image you want. You know how to do images by now. Okay. I want to show you something here. If you're in the site folder and you select an image, I'm going to just show you so that you don't make this mistake. When you click input URL and you see site, if your image isn't loading, it's because it's going here. So just delete that and then it will be good to go. Okay. Statistics, bubble 1 data, quickly fill this in. I've already shown you how to do that. Quick. And then we've got the text area. Okay, that's over here. My audience or whatever you wanted to say right here. Save. Cool. And let's hit refresh. There you go. Now all of your content is exactly how it should be. Now you want to take your time doing this, and this is essentially your CV. So you want to have a banging CV. We have seen creators take these content blocks to the next level and made something crazy. They've literally made portfolios just by using these few content blocks. They've added carousels, used that to insert reviews onto their media kit because reviews are very compelling. If you don't have a ton of reviews, then just use a text area content block. Now what I want to show you how to do is edit your connect tree. So this was a feature that Chas specifically asked for. She wanted something like linked tree. So this is a link tree, but we're calling it connect tree because connect tree sounds so much cooler. So this is your top image. To edit it, you're going to click top image, and then this is where you're going to edit the border color as well. So yeah, I'm going to choose this color, and then you know how to edit the images now. Cool. And the bottom image right here down below, you're going to click on here, choose the image you want, and then obviously the border color as well. If you want to change it, this is where you change it. Okay, now the links are a little bit different to how you do them anywhere else. You also do it the same way on your navigation. So the background color is the background color of the links, the border color of the links, and then the text color of the links. So it's literally in folder links, and then your font color of the links. Hit save. So we're going to focus on the mobile version because this is for social media. Okay, that's what it looks like now, and it's not saved. Okay, there we go. It's finally saved. Okay, now let's have a look. Refresh. So that's what it looks like. Oh, it looks so nice, on brand, absolutely gorgeous. If you want to be consistent or change the border, you don't want a white border, you want no border, remember you can type transparency or just use the same color as the link background color and then hit save. Good to go. Okay, there you go. And now we don't necessarily have a border there. Cool. Let's go back. Now I want to show you how to actually edit the content, the link content. You're just going to click on it. You just literally click on it and you type wherever you want it to go. So let's go website and hit link. And then you're going to, type your URL, or you can link it to another page in your website. If you don't know your URL, just copy it and then paste it in. Okay. And then, cool, done. You can also remove all of these so that you have like 1 or 2, however many you need to have. So I'm just going to show you this. We've got a website one already. Okay, so delete this and let's type, what are we going to type? Add a link. Now I quickly want to show you the difference between a link and just normal text. Okay, I haven't actually linked it. So when we go to the linked tree page, you're going to see there's no link. It's just like a regular text. So what we want to do is make sure that you highlight it and click link. This turns it into a link. Link it to another page. Okay, let's click home page here. This is a better way to link it to your website. And there you go. Now it's got that whole button effect. And then when we click on it, it goes to our website. Okay, now let's show you how to edit the navigation. It's pretty much the same way that we edited the connect tree. But before I show you the navigation, we're going to head over to adding a page so that you can learn how to create multiple pages and also delete pages that you don't want. So you just go to pages and then you click add page. Okay, and then it's going to build for you. Obviously there's going to be no preview because technically it doesn't exist. So you're going to delete the content blocks unless you want them. And then you can go ahead and add any content block that you want, but we're going to go and do the form because we removed it off our homepage. I'm quickly just doing the colors, adding all the details that I want on the form. Okay, so now that my form is actually completed, I'm going to show you how to link it to the navigation. So your content block link, just name your content block, preferably one word. We'll get into it again in a second. I'm just going to quickly fill in the details. So let's chat, it's a form. The top section, I've showed you how to do this already. Save, and then refresh. Okay, cool. So my form is complete. Obviously the border radius isn't correct, and it looks like I haven't added in a button name. Let me just refresh, and there you go. And I'm going to fix my border radius so that it fits nicely. That should do it. Refresh, there you go. Kind of a not the best shape, but I don't think that's important right now. Now let's dive into the navigation. I'm going to show you how to edit these little guys, how to turn them into links. Firstly, you want to head over to data. From data, go to navigation, and you've got this text area section over here. Now you can add as many texts or links as you want, but you don't want to do too many because your navigation might be a bit confusing. So I'm just going to show you how to add this one. Let's delete it, contact, and first you're going to highlight it, and then you're going to just type contact. So that's one way to do it. Another way, which is much easier, is just to click link to another page and then click on the page. Hit save, and voila. That's how simple it is. Now once it's saved, we can head over to our website, hit refresh, and give it a test. Let's go over there. Cool, look at that. It has linked to our contact page. Now I want to show you the difference between linking to a page and linking to a section on a page. So let's go to our home page because it has a lot of different sections, and we're going to go over to the text area section, or the text area content block. Now you can see here it says about. The content block link acts as an ID, so you don't want to have too many words because it's going to get confusing. You just want to make sure that your content block link is one word, and that word needs to match with what we're going to put in the data section. So let's head over to the navigation, and I'm going to type in about, and then I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to connect it now. It's not a link on another page, it is a link to a section on a page. So to do that, first I'm going to do it wrong. This is the incorrect way to do it so that you know what your mistake is if you've done it wrong and it's not working. So as you can see, this one has a slash, where this one doesn't. It only has a hashtag. That hashtag is the reason for that awesome scrolly effect. Okay, I've saved it, and now let me just show you why it's wrong. So when we click on it, it scrolls. Perfect. It works on this page. But if I go to the contact page and I now click on about, it doesn't work. No matter how many times I click on it, it doesn't work. And this is because it is trying to find the About section on this page. But there's no About section on this page. The About section is on the home page. When I click on the services page, you can see it does work because of the slash. So we need to add a slash here because that says go to the home page and find the About section on the home page. So you can do this with any new pages. You're going to say slash the URL or the name of your page, your new page, hashtag, and then it should take you to that scrolly section. It should scroll to that section as it did here. This means it works. So now, no matter what page I'm on, it's going to scroll to the section on that specific page. Now I have customized this so that every single content block that you create can be linked to the navigation if you want it to. If you don't want it to, then you just need to ignore the content block link section. As you can see here, this is services, it connects to services, the carousel says review and it connects to review. Now I want to show you what you do if you've created a content block from scratch and you want to connect it. So I'm just going to clone the Fig hover block because I'm not going to create it all from the beginning. Now if we just take a look at the content block link, you can see it says services here. It also says services on the original one. So what actually happens is the navigation would get confused because it doesn't know which services you want to send to. So we need to make sure that none of our content blocks have the same ID or the same name. I'm just going to change this heading to portfolio quick so that you can see the effect and you can see it's going to portfolio. Because it's portfolio, let me just call this content block link portfolio. Now I've got to add it to the navigation. How do we do that? Head back to data, navigation, and then we're going to type portfolio here, highlight it, and we're going to link it. Now remember, we're not linking it to another page because it's a section on a page. So to do that, we're going to put slash hashtag portfolio. Remember, the slash is only for the home page. The hashtag is directing it to a section on the home page. We're going to hit save, and then we're going to go to our live preview and go to the home page to see how nicely it works. So when we go to the navigation, click portfolio, it scrolls right down. And when we go to the contact page and do the same thing, hit portfolio, and it will take us to the home page and scroll to the section on that home page. Voila! It is working perfectly. Now the last thing we're going to do is edit the SEO. This is a really important part in website development and is crucial to help you get found on Google. So every single page has a section for SEO. So I'm just going to go into the home page and just show you how to do it here. But every page will have an SEO section here at the top. You want to click on it and you'll see title. Now title is generally the name of your business or the page. And so when people search Google, this is what plays a very important factor in you getting found. Description. So when you look for a page on Google, you will have the title of that page and then you're going to have the description. So I'm going to quickly head over here so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So Candy and the King, that this section here is the description. If you look on King Code, again, this section here is the description and above it is the title of the page. I've just said King Code and you can see there the other one underneath is services-King Code because that's the title of that page. Okay, so there's the description and keywords. Keywords are like hashtags. They're website hashtags separated with a comma. You can see between every phrase or word, I put a comma just over there. So sustainable influencer, sustainable influencer, influencer in the UK. Just a heads up and a little tip. Putting your location or the location you want to target is really, really beneficial. Make sure that all the keywords that you use are in your niche. Now, your social alt. So remember how I just showed you your description and how it appears for Google? Well, your social alt is that description, but for social media. So when someone shares your website to LinkedIn or Facebook, that link will have your title, the page title, and then the social alt description. So whatever you want your social alt to be, I recommend it to be something quite fun. And now the URL is going to be the URL of the page. So I'm just going to put this URL, but obviously if you're wanting to share your contact page, then you're going to copy the link to your contact page. Okay, and then lastly, your social share image. So you know how on Facebook you get when someone shares a link, there's an image there, and then the title, and then the description. Well, this is the image that will appear. So you can make it anything you want. Generally, people make it the banner image, but I would suggest, personalizing it a little bit more than that. Cool. So now that it is building, the SEO is all done, and you can go ahead and change all the SEO on every single page. Obviously, I'm going to change this to contact page, and then change this description to contact me, Emma from Almond and Cocoa. Just by the way, my name is not Emma. My name is Candy. I think you all know that by now. Okay, cool. And then here I've also added in some keywords to use as well in the description. And that's going to help with searchability. Okay, I'm going to use the same keywords. You can also just copy and paste these keywords from your home page or anything else. Maybe you want to add in contact there as well. And then again, your social alt. I'm just going to keep this one the same. So I'm just going to go and copy it and paste it in. And now, like I was saying, you want to make sure that the URL is the URL from the page. So I'm just going to copy this and then paste it in here. Now let's change the social share image. So if you don't upload a social share image, your logo is going to set as a default. A lot of people don't want to change the social share image for the contact page, but I always think it adds a really nice touch. So I'm just going to choose this one. Now I see it's not loading, and that is definitely because my Wi-Fi is really, really slow. So I'm going to show you how to quickly troubleshoot or make sure that it has been uploaded correctly. Okay, so now my pictures are loaded, so I've selected it again, but it still says error loading preview. So I'm going to look at it again. I'm going to check what it says when I say input a URL manually. Okay, that is definitely correct. So it's my Wi-Fi still. Let me just refresh the entire page. This normally works wonders. Okay, go into SEO, and there you go. Now everything is good. So you want to go through all your pages and make sure that you've updated the SEO. This is critical, and you getting found on Google. Go through your Connect Tree page, update the SEO here, go through your success page, your media kit page, all of it, and change the SEO in all the pages in the future as well. Now I know I said last thing that I was going to show you is SEO, but this is actually the last and the most important thing, your layout. You can see the layout here says default. Your home page also has a default layout. Do not touch this. It will break your entire website. Just ignore it. You don't need to touch this. The only one that isn't default is your Connect Tree. Now this is important because it doesn't have a header and a footer, so it has a different layout. If you change this or touch it or anything, like I said, it's going to break. So just ignore this section completely. You don't need to touch a thing. It's all been set already for you.
And that is it. Now remember, these templates are 100% customizable, which means if there's anything very specific according to your brand that you might need, just contact us and we'll make that happen for you. Also, a huge congratulations. This is a massive milestone that you have achieved by making your website live.